Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be able to make this recipe for you guys today. It's really one of my favorites, and it's out of my #1 cookbook. I've made these before, and I made them with Sweet Mama Sue. They are the lemon crinkle cookies. If you have this book, you can follow along on page 59. But Mama Sue and I, we both love lemon, and so she came to my house like shortly after all of her chemo and her little hair was growing back in, and anyway, it was just a sweet time. And so I thought, let's make those again because it's spring, and these cookies remind me of spring, and I love anything and everything lemon. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're just going to put in a large bowl, you want a half of a cup of butter softened, so that's just 1 stick, and then you're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. And then we're going to cream this together. And if your beaters get like this, I'm sure you know what to do, but in case you don't, you just take a knife and you just go like this. Oops. And we have these crazy little beaters in this little office, and they pop out. And it's enough to make you go crazy. And we're going to figure this out. Okay, I always feel like it takes forever for it to start creaming, and then it just finally does. So once you get your sugar and your butter creamed together, the next thing that we're going to do is we're just going to add all of the wet ingredients. So you're going to take a half of a teaspoon, let me just double check. Yep, half of a teaspoon of vanilla. And we're going to add 1 large egg. We're going to put in a teaspoon of freshly grated lemon zest. Let me get all that goodness out. Okay. And 1 tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice, which is about a half of that lemon that you use to get the zest from. You just cut it in half and basically just kind of squeeze it, and you've got what you need. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this up real well. Okay. I'm going to scrape the sides of this bowl and get all that down in there. Okay. All right, next we're going to start putting in all the dry ingredients. Okay, so this recipe calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and then you need 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, and you're going to need 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, which is about a pinch, and then 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. And then we're going to mix this up well. Okay, oh my goodness, this looks so good. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take a half a cup of powdered sugar, and you want to put it in like a bowl or a plate that's big enough to where you can just roll these cookies around. I'm going to move a few of these things out of my way and bring my cookie sheet over here. Okay, Aunt Lynette, you'll be so happy. My Aunt Lynette bought me these cookie sheets because you guys have seen the old ones that I use, which I love, but I'm glad that she got me these too. Okay, so next what you do is you're just going to take a spoonful of this dough, and I love this dough because it's soft, and you can roll it in your hand like this, and then we're going to roll it in the powdered sugar. And I did spray my pan, and you want to kind of knock it off a little bit, and then I'm just going to start putting these on the cookie sheet. You're going to preheat your oven to 350. And when it comes to these cookies, you do not want to over bake them. So you kind of watch them closely. It's going to be about 9 to 11 minutes. But really, I'm going to really start looking at them at 7 or 8 minutes because I just want to make sure that they're not going to get too brown. And really what I'm always looking for is when, especially with these cookies, when they just start to crack on the top. This is something Mama Sue taught us. When they start to just kind of barely crack on the top, that's when you want to take them out. And then they'll be just, oh my goodness, so chewy, which I love a good chewy cookie. I'm just going to put these in the oven, and they're going to bake for about 8 or 9 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, so these lemon crinkle cookies were in the oven for 10 minutes. We kept checking them, and we took them out right as they were starting to just wrinkle on the top. And now I'm going to go ahead and just start taking them off. And I don't know if I can wait. I might have to take a bite of these. All right, I sure hope you guys try this recipe because it is so yummy and so delicious. You just can't go wrong with lemon things. You guys let me know. Do you guys love lemon? Because I love lemon. Okay.
You were telling Melissa there was a lemon candle?
Yes, there is a lemon candle. So there's a lemon candle at Bath and Body Works. That is divine. So delicious. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Wow, so good. Angela, I cannot wait for you to have one of these. They're so good.
Here can I.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. And always remember to be stronger every day. Know that you can do hard things, and I'll see you next time.